Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to all.
Sir, do you have the paper for yesterday's JEE Advanced? Sir, can you share it with us so that
Yes, sir,
we
can you
can also
share it
attend
with
some
us?
of the questions we have done?
Just after the
Many
class,
things
I'll
came
share.
from mechanic.
Just after the class, I'll share.
Okay,
Sir,
sir. Thank you, sir.
sir, what was the weightage of mechanics?
Not much. They put approx 20% if I'm right. 1 year caliper से पूछा है as
But it
usual.
was less this year, right?
Yeah, it was less. Not much. Mechanics this year, generally they give 20-25% weightage. This year they made it 20 only.
Yes, sir.
1 year caliper से as usual हर साल एक पूछते, इस साल भी पूछा, बड़ा आसान क्वेश्चन पूछा है, बस रीडिंग लेना है, कुछ डिफिकल्ट है नहीं.
हाँ, sir.
Yes.
सर ज्यादा वेटेज किसको मिला?
हाँ सर, किसको मिला?
हर टॉपिक को इक्वल वेटेज दी, हर
अच्छा,
टॉपिक,
ठीक है.
एवरी टॉपिक से एक एक क्वेश्चन दिया. एक्सेस वेटेज किसी टॉपिक को नहीं दिया. पेपर वाज मॉडरेट एंड इजी.
ओके सर.
some topics में पेपर के is moderate, बाकी topics में it was easy. There was no topic on which the question was tough. At least the level to which we are going, वहां तक तो कोई भी topic नहीं है.
Sir, so the cutoff will shoot up, right?
हाँ, cutoff will be high.
Yes, sir.
But negative marks, they placed it well, carefully. If you observe, paper is easy, but every small silly mistake you learn negative marks, except for integer type questions. They made paragraph में they have given decimal answers.
Decimal.
रखा हुआ है. So those small silly mistakes के वजह से again cutoff will not be too high. It
Yes.
will oscillate between 30 to 38%.
Okay, sir.
30% से ज्यादा तो cutoff नहीं.
ठीक है सर, बच गए समझ.
So they only asked 20 questions in the physics paper, no? This time.
Nobody felt the paper lengthy. Nobody felt the paper tough. 80% of the people's feedback is paper was easy, sir. ऐसा कोई भी question था नहीं where we thought we cannot answer. One or two places simplifications they were skeptical of. So negative marking से थोड़ा डर था, इसलिए हर simplification दो बार किए तो time was sufficient. ऐसा भी नहीं कि they couldn't complete the paper despite the fact that they were doing it more than once.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sort of chapters which are like taught in the first year, was it more like from the 12th standard part?
That's what I told you. Every topic they gave equal weightage.
Sir, projectile also.
हाँ.
Yes, sir, project.
प्रोजेक्टाइल का क्वेश्चन था सर, वो बहुत इजी था.
Not just projectile. ऐसा कौन सा भी टॉपिक है नहीं जिस पे स्टूडेंट्स could say that sir this question was difficult. बड़ा आसान था. Okay, listen. Now, last class we did a mathematical derivation where we explained that for circular motion, you should have a centripetal acceleration. These are compulsory. Velocity will be r omega. This is r. And when it comes to acceleration, it will be centripetal acceleration and tangential acceleration. Centripetal acceleration is v square by r or omega square r. Tangential acceleration is r alpha or r d omega by d. Here we'll make a small change. Observe this carefully. Alpha is d omega by dt, rate of change of angular velocity.
Yes.
R is a constant radius. So d by dt of r omega, r being a constant, and I can take it inside.
Yes.
D by dt of v is at. So rate of change of speed of the particle is tangential acceleration. Very technically, rate of change of velocity is tangential acceleration. But here I am not taking net acceleration. Net acceleration, if I take, it will be rate of change of velocity. Recollect, dv by dt, I got both centripetal and tangential. If you take only tangential, it is rate of change of speed. Rate of change of velocity derived karke I showed to you that you will get both centripetal as well as tangential acceleration.
Yes.
Tangential acceleration is the rate of change of speed. Rate of change of speed of the particle will be tangential acceleration. Rate of change of velocity will be net acceleration. Net acceleration will be both centripetal and tangential.
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 If ever you are moving with uniform speed, not velocity, remember that, uniform speed. So tangential acceleration will be 0. Centripetal acceleration is with r omega square or v square by r.
V square.
In net acceleration will be ac square plus at square. This will be ac. So I can have circular motion without tangential acceleration. That means the particle is going with uniform speed. But I cannot have circular motion without centripetal acceleration. Centripetal acceleration is a must for circular motion. Tangential acceleration is not a must. But if you have tangential acceleration, speed of the particle will keep changing. Rate of change of speed is tangential acceleration. Is this clear? Summarizing what we learned in the previous class.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll make you visualize this in a different way. European textbooks and Canadian textbooks present it this way. I'll show you what it is. Take it down.
Sir, sir,
Hmm.
sir, what have you written for that AC inside the root?
Which one?
Yes, this one, sir.
Net acceleration is the resultant of centripetal and tangential acceleration. Root over of AC square plus AT square.
Okay, sir.
Net acceleration will be in this direction. This will be root over of AC square plus AT square because they are two perpendicular vectors.
Okay, sir.
So could you explain how AT is equal to 0?
If AT is 0 for uniform
Oh, if.
speed is uniform, what will AT be?
0.
B is constant, dV by dt will be 0. So, for uniform circular motion, tangential acceleration will be 0. Tell me when I can rub the board.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Done.
Also, wait.
So this is the
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Done. So left side, can you wait? Yes, sir. Done.
Now, bottom line, what were we telling you till now? According to Newton's first law, if there is no force on me, I'll continue to move with uniform velocity.
Yes.
I'll be going straight. If there is a centripetal force, I will go in a circular track.
Yes.
Yes.
If there is a centripetal force or a centripetal acceleration. Look at the way these Canadian textbooks will project this. First, they are considering uniform motion. They are considering uniform motion. Uniform circular motion means speed should remain.
Constant.
Constant.
Speed remains constant means this vector, here I take this vector this way, and this vector this way. This speed and this speed will remain constant. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Directions change, right? I wish I do it more appropriately. This vector, I draw a tangent, it will go outwards. Right? Draw a tangent, this will go outwards. This speed and this speed will remain the same. Directions change. Now this is V final and V initial. How do I get acceleration? V final minus V initial. Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
This is V final. V initial, which was like this, I will have to turn it. I will turn it this. This V initial and V final. I wrote minus V initial in this direction. See if you are convinced.
Yes.
Yes.
This is V final. This is V initial. V initial, I am subtracting, so I reverse it and I place it at the head of the second vector.
Yes.
Now V final minus V initial, will I get it in this direction?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
That is your centripetal acceleration.
Yes, sir. Yes.
You are able to visualize this?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Next
sir, I didn't get-
acceleration, I repeat the logic, have a look at it. This is V initial, this is V final. Right? This is V initial, this is V final. Magnitude of both are the same. Magnitude of V final is equal to magnitude of V initial in the initial condition. I want this minus this vector. How will I subtract the two vectors? Triangle law. This is V final. This V initial, I put it this way. Minus V initial. See, this length and this length will be the same. This length and this length are the same. Why? Because uniform speed.
Yes.
V initial, I have to subtract from V final. So I reversed it and I placed it here. Translated the vector. Delta V will be this.
Yes.
Delta V direction is towards the center of the circular track. So that is the centripetal acceleration.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes, sir, got it.
Yes, sir.
This is the way European and
Yes,
Canadian
sir.
textbooks makes the student visualize. Now, we take this one more step ahead. Centripetal acceleration, now I'm able to visualize, sir, change in velocity by time. Tangential, listen carefully. Suppose if this vector length increase, ध्यान से सुनिए, this V final increase, this is V final. V initial will come till here.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now delta V will be in this direction.
Yes, sir.
Delta V will be in this direction. That means acceleration is in this direction. It is a component of centripetal and tangential acceleration.
Yes, sir.
Are you able to
Okay,
visualize
yes,
that?
Yes.
Yes.
This is the beauty in the presentation here. I repeat,
Can you repeat this?
have a look. First example, I took uniform speed. So this length and this length were equal. These two lengths
Equal.
were equal. Net acceleration I got towards the center. That was centripetal acceleration. I could visualize. Now, what if V final is greater than V initial? V final is greater than V initial. This length will be smaller, right? Minus V initial. Now, there are two sides of a triangle taken in one order. Delta V will be like this. That means delta V will come this way.
Yes.
Delta V is the direction in which resultant acceleration is. It is the resultant of centripetal and tangential.
Yes, sir.
sir.
Tangential and centripetal ka resultant will come this way.
Yes, sir.
So this is non-uniform circular motion. Non-uniform circular motion, and this is uniform circular motion. All that we have done is subtracted two vectors, V final, V initial. Saw the direction, and I'm able to visualize that the direction is towards the center. V final, V initial. Resultant delta V will be V final minus V initial. Acceleration is V final minus V initial by delta. So this is V final, and this is minus V initial. V initial ko I reversed it. See, observe these two. These two vectors should be parallel.
Yes.
Rather more appropriately anti-parallel, because this is V initial and this is minus V initial.
Yes, sir.
Right? Resultant of these two will be along this direction. Here it was towards the center because there is no tangential acceleration. When will I have tangential acceleration? When final velocity is greater than initial velocity. Now what will happen? This length is greater than this length. This length is greater than this length. So delta V will come this way and not this way.
Yes.
So acceleration is in this direction. It is the resultant of tangential and centripetal acceleration.
sir. Yes, sir.
Make
But
a note of
those-
the diagram. The
Those
diagram
two don't have to be equal arcs, right?
Pardon?
Those two don't have to be equal arcs, right?
In this,
No, in the circle,
in the circle I drew uniform circular motion. This velocity is the same in magnitude.
yes,
So this will be equal arcs.
yes, sir, yes, sir.
Sir, I had a question.
Uh,
Sir, over here,
That was past tense.
uh,
You had a question, right?
I,
Now you
sir,
have
I had a
question.
question in the previous one.
So that was
Sir,
past
right
tense.
now I
It is
have a
done.
question.
Bolo.
Sir, the acceleration, the centripetal acceleration should be perpendicular to the final velocity, right? But over here, if we are saying that final and initial velocity have the same magnitude, sir, then ऐसा 90 degree.
Centripetal acceleration is perpendicular to the instantaneous velocity, not the final. You are taking a small line and you drew the time.
Oh, okay, yes.
1 second, I'll just be back in. Obviously, angle also is very, very small. We draw magnified diagram to show you clearly. Angle is very small. We are taking only when limit delta t tending to 0, you will get instantaneous velocities and acceleration.
So,
Hmm.
so I didn't get what are you trying to show in the second non-uniform motion diagram?
Direction of A. Direction of A.
It will be not perpendicular as like it will be not as the same as the direction of centrifugal.
Obviously, obviously, why doubt in that? If this is
Yes,
80,
yes, understood.
the resultant acceleration will be this way.
Yeah, sir. I just wanted to know.
Done, sir.
Wait, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Done.
Now from here starts the application. Circular motion का बड़ा अजीब theory इतना ही है. यहाँ से application शुरू होता है. Consider the most simplest example, a simple pendulum. You have a bob of mass m and length. This has a velocity of v. The bob will go in a circular track, and we shall draw it off a circle. Right? It's going in a circular track. Its velocity is v here. How do I write my dynamic equations? I'm damn sure that if a particle is going in a circular track, there is an acceleration towards the center of the circular track. And what is that acceleration called as?
Centripetal acceleration.
Acceleration.
And remember, centripetal force is not a force. क्या बोल रहे हो यार? Centripetal force is not a force. Please be clear about it. Tension is a force, normal force is a force, gravity is a force, electrostatic force is a force, magnetic force is a force, electromagnetic force is a force, nuclear force is a force. So a centripetal force क्या है यार? One among these forces should provide. What is this MA? I write a dynamic equation. Sigma of F is equal to MA. Tension minus normal force minus friction minus tension. So many all. Summation is equal to M into A. Is MA a force?
No.
No, sir.
Right? Tension is a force, normal force is a force, surface tension is a force, cohesive forces is a force, magnetic forces, electrostatic forces, gravitational forces, nuclear forces. All these are forces. MA is not a force. Vector summation of all the forces should be equal to M into A. Right? Similarly, when acceleration is v square by r, this force is called centripetal force. But there should be some force which provides the required centripetal force. Maybe tension, maybe gravity, maybe normal force, maybe friction, maybe electrostatic force in Bohr's atomic model, maybe gravitational force for Earth to go around the sun, Moon to go around the Earth, gravitational force. So one among these forces should provide the required centripetal force.
That is why, sir, when in the bottle experiment, you were asking us who is providing the centripetal force.
Right. Now here this is T, this is mg. What are all the forces acting towards the center of the track? Your dynamic equation will be T minus mg. It doesn't have velocity in that radial direction, but it has got acceleration.
Yes, sir.
Velocity in the tangential direction, but acceleration is towards the center. mv square by r. So how do I write the dynamic equation? Vector summation of all the forces towards the center of the track will be mv square by r. Vector summation of all the forces towards the center of the track will provide the required centripetal force mv square by r. Now see a slightly different condition. Now the bob is here. This is mg. This will be mg cos theta. This will be p dash. The tension will be different. Velocity, I will call it v dash. Now what will your dynamic equation be? T dash
minus mg.
minus mg cos theta is mv dash square by r. T dash minus mg cos theta is mv dash square by r. Centripetal acceleration. Contrary to that, if the particle comes to rest here and then it oscillates back, now what will you call this? Shall I draw it on the other side to keep the diagram clean?
Yes.
It came to rest here. I'll call this angle as phi. This is mg. This is mg cos phi. This is t double dash or t, call this t1. Right? If this is phi, this angle is phi, this is mg cos phi. Particle came to rest here. So what is the velocity?
0.
What is the centripetal acceleration?
0.
mv square.
Zero. V square by r, V is 0.
0.
T1 will be equal to mg cos phi. Technically, I should write T1 minus mg cos phi is equal to m 0 square by r. Hence, I will get T1 is equal to mg cos phi. Are all the dynamic equations clear?
Yes,
One,
sir.
two. This is case 1. This is case 2. This is case 3. Make a note of it.
सर टेंशन चेंज क्यों होता रहेगा?
Tension will change. That's why to keep that very clear in your mind, I took T here, I took T dash here, T1 here. कभी आप झूला झूल रहे हो?
Yes, sir.
अगर आपका velocity बढ़ रहा है, and there is a probability that the string snaps. Where do you think you have the maximum probability of the string snapping?
Bottom most
जब bottom most पे मतलब नीचे आ रहे हैं तब. Yes, sir.
Because the tension there is maximum. Equation देख लो. जब आप mg right hand side ले जाओगे, तो t dash और t में देख लो. As I am moving up, velocity will decrease. So
Yes,
this
sir.
will be lesser. mg cos theta is also lesser than mg. So
Yes, sir.
t will be greater than t dash. You can make a note of that important observation. T is greater than t dash, greater than t1. As I am going this way, tension is decreasing. Tension is maximum at the lowermost point.
Okay, sir.
So I understand how T minus mg is equal to mv square.
According to you, how much should that be?
I know it should be that, but I don't understand how it is that.
If I get your doubt, I can address it. That's why I asked, according to you, how much should that be? T, do you feel by any chance T is equal to mg? You feel T should be equal to mg?
No.
What is your doubt here? T minus mg is mv square by r. Vector summation of all the forces toward the center of the track will provide the required centripetal force. If a particle is going in a circular track, will it have acceleration towards the center?
Yes.
Louder.
Yes.
If a particle is going in a circular track, it has acceleration towards the center.
Okay, understood.
So vector summation of all the forces is mass into that acceleration. What is that acceleration? Centripetal acceleration.
So is there any tangential acceleration?
Here you have, that's why speed is changing. यहाँ पर v dash लिया है, यहाँ पर v लिया है. Tangential acceleration है 100% है. v dash v, it came to rest. Speed of the particle change हो रहा है कि नहीं?
So we can calculate that also, right?
G sin theta. वो calculate करने की जरूरत भी क्या है? This is G, mg. What will the force in this direction be? mg sin theta. So
Yes.
G sin theta is the tangential acceleration.
So at the highest point, T1.
Changing.
I couldn't hear you.
At the highest point, tension T1 will be the least, but not zero, right?
Not zero.
Okay. Just to balance the mg cos.
If it becomes zero, it will leave the circular track. It will not be in a circular track.
So like zero for one instant, just for the instant when it's at the topmost point.
Conditions for tension to become zero will be derived. That's one complete lecture which will come after 2 lectures from now.
Okay.
Done, sir.
No,
So
sir.
when it's at topmost point in the circle and it's free fall, the tension will be zero, right?
Need not be. Tension can become zero even before it reaches the topmost point. We will prove that quick.
So
But it will take me 2 more lectures to come till there.
Yes.
Done, sir.
So one second.
Sir, how did you conclude that V is greater than V dash?
Take mg to the right here, mg cos theta to the right. Is mg greater than mg cos theta? Cos theta value less than 1 no yaar always. So mg will be greater than that. Right? As I am going up, velocity v dash will decrease.
Yes.
This is also lesser than this. This is also lesser than this. Don't you think t will be greater than t dash?
Yes.
T is equal to mg plus mv square by r. T dash is mg cos theta plus mv dash square by r. Mg cos theta is lesser than this. V dash is lesser than v. So obviously t will be greater than t dash.
Done, sir.
So
Somebody is
mg
asking
square
what
by
about mg sin theta? Mg sin theta will be perpendicular to this line. So t dash minus mg cos theta is mv square by r. Mg sin theta will not interfere for me in this line. Why will it not interfere? That is the perpendicular component. That's perpendicular to this line. Its component in this direction will be 0.
so
Hmm.
so mv square by r can be also said as angular momentum.
I'll hang you upside down. Firstly, statement is wrong. Secondly, what is angular momentum? You don't know. Right? Every word in that statement is wrong.
Okay, sir.
Right? mv square r, not mv square by r. बोर्स एटॉमिक मॉडल में जब केमिस्ट्री के लोगों ने आपको पढ़ाया एंगुलर मोमेंटम
MVR.
MVR है हाँ सर.
mv square by r कहाँ से एंगुलर मोमेंटम बन गया आपको?
Sorry sir.
Sir, force का dimensions है वो।
सर v dash and mg
हाँ
sin
मतलब वो
theta will
मीटर
not be equal ना.
क्या?
v dash and mg sin theta will not be equal ना.
mg sin theta will be equal to the tangential
How can v
axis.
dash?
Unidirectional
Yes,
velocity है mg sin theta force है equate कर लो.
yes sir.
Velocity force
मचा
का
दिया
Is it
सर.
okay with you people? I thought only who is this Aryan Khan.
Yes, sir.
I thought only he. बहुत सारे लोग हैं यहाँ. फोर्स और वेलोसिटी इक्वेट कर लेंगे.
सर ये तो कोई अलग ही साइंस है.
Done, sir.
Now listen. This is something which was asked in Newton's laws. I kept it pending there. Something very small but important. Suppose I have a bob here. I tied it to a string this way. And on the contrary, the bob is oscillating here and it comes to rest here. Same bob. Same
Yes.
bob on
Yes,
the left
sir.
side.
Yes.
I tied
Yes,
it to
sir.
a string. ध्यान से सुनिए, this is T, this is T dash. Here what you do is resolve forces in any direction and you equate it to zero. क्या मतलब? Any direction resolve कर लोगे? हाँ. Any direction. Resolve forces in any direction. Body is in equilibrium. My most convenient is theta. This is T cos theta. This is T sin theta. This is mg. Now here you will write T cos theta is equal to mg. T sin theta is equal to T dash. यहाँ पर though the particle is at rest, it has acceleration. क्या बोल रहे हो यार? Particle is at rest. I am at rest. There is no acceleration. Wrong. Throw a body in the upward direction. At the topmost point, particle is at
Yes.
Best.
Yes.
it has got
Acceleration.
particle is at rest, but it has got an acceleration of at, which is equal to g sin theta.
Yes sir.
So
Sin theta.
this direction में forces are not zero. In the tangential direction, net force is not zero. If any one of you tell me, I will resolve T this way. This is, say, call this phi. Phi. T cos phi is equal to mg. Is a blunder. T cos phi is not equal to mg. क्यों भाई साहब? Tangential acceleration का component in this direction में zero नहीं होता है.
Yes sir.
In this direction, tangential acceleration का component zero होता है.
Yes.
mg cos phi. T is equal to mg cos phi is 100% correct. T cos phi is equal to mg will be wrong. यहाँ पर आपने equate कर लिया यार vertical forces. यहाँ पर body equilibrium में है.
Equilibrium.
Net acceleration is zero. यहाँ पर net acceleration of the particle is not zero. You have got tangential acceleration. Along the perpendicular direction, net forces will become zero. आई बात समझ में?
Yes sir.
Yes.
Yes.
And here, why is T equal to mg cos phi? Because centripetal acceleration is zero.
Zero.
The acceleration along the center is zero. Why is that zero? Because velocity is zero. V square by r is zero.
Sir, won't there be a component of the tangential acceleration in the direction of the tension as well?
Resolvency.
Zero. है
No,
ना?
it's
इस
perpendicular.
बंदे को आज सिखाना पड़ रहा है कि when I resolve a vector in the perpendicular direction, component will be zero. आज ये homework.
Okay sir, it's perpendicular. I didn't see it.
Tangential is perpendicular to centripetal. ये statement भी 10 बार लिखो. Tangential
Okay.
direction is perpendicular to centripetal. See, when I resolve a vector in the perpendicular direction, r cos 90 will
Yes
be
sir, yes.
this you will write 10 times. Tangential is perpendicular to centripetal 10 times.
Okay.
कौन था वो बंदा?
Shaunak.
Right.
So $50 also.
Excellent.
$50 will be good.
So tension will be same in both the cases on the top string.
It depends on theta. If theta is the same. No, it need not be the same because T dash also is coming to the picture.
Yes, sir, because you
Depends
kept the
on
same symbol, so I just confirmed.
No, my mistake. Take T1 here, T2. I took this as a separate example, this as a separate example. Tension need not be the same.
सर इन स्टार्ट ऑफ एनएलएम ही आपने इसके लिए केयरफुल रहने को बोला था.
But now you will have a better clarity. Centripetal and tangential acceleration आपको, you will have a better clarity.
सर सर ये t cos theta not equal to mg वाले इक्वेशन में acceleration will be towards mg, right? In direction of mg.
Now show you. mg minus t cos phi is m into component of this at in this direction.
Okay, sir.
And this is not theta, I took a separate symbol phi.
These are two cases of one.
He's right, it is my bad. I took a symbol phi so that you don't get confused with this.
So these are two cases, right? One is
Yeah,
at
two
rest. the
different
other-
cases drawn in the same diagram for you to know the comparison.
So can you explain the first case again?
You'll have to tell me a doubt in it.
So how
Just
did we get,
equated forces, so because I'll have to know the doubt to answer.
so what is T dash? T sin theta is equal to T dash.
This body is connected by a string to the wall here.
Oh, okay. I did.
This T dash is T sin theta, T cos theta will be equal to mg.
Yeah, it's at rest, no?
Body is in equilibrium. There is a difference between being at rest and equilibrium. Here particle is at rest, but it's not in equilibrium. There is a net acceleration in the tangential direction.
Yes.
So, but why it isn't at rest in the first case? It's
It is
being
also
tied to
at
the
rest,
string.
but the condition why I equated the forces is because acceleration is zero, not because velocity is zero. It may be also at rest, but condition why I equated the forces is acceleration is zero. Can I rub the board?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now this will be called conical pendulum. What do you mean by conical pendulum? This is a normal pendulum. This is a normal pendulum, right?
Yes, sir. No.
Yes, sir.
This is a conical pendulum.
Okay.
To visualize this, it
Yes,
goes in
sir,
the
yes,
form of a cone.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Conical pendulum will be like this. It is rotating like this. This is the bob. Length of the string will be L. This is the bob. It is going about in a circular track like this. Pay attention to this. This is theta. This will be T. In the vertical direction, the bob is going in a circular track in the horizontal plane. Vertical direction, its forces are zero.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
This is theta, this is T cos theta, this is mg. Can I claim T cos theta is equal to mg?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
T sin theta provides the required centripetal force, m omega square r,
Yes,
towards
sir.
the center of the circular
Yes.
track. Who is providing the centripetal force? T sin theta.
Yes.
Now T sin theta is m omega square r. But what is the radius of the circular track? If this is L and this is theta, what will be the radius?
L sin theta.
Sin theta.
Radius will be L sin
L
theta.
sin theta.
This is 1 and this is 2. Equation 1 and 2.
Yes.
Now, what are you interested in calculating? I'm interested in calculating omega and hence the time period. Do you people remember omega is
2
theta
t.
by t?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If I take theta as 2 pi,
2 pi
this
by
will
t.
become capital
2 pi.
T. Capital T is time
Time
period.
period.
Time period.
One frequently committed mistake. Even I commit that mistake. Capital T I took for tension. Take the same capital T on the right hand side and you cancel out, both will be suicidal.
Yes.
Yes.
This is a time period, call it T naught, so that we are clear that T is the time period. Hence, I don't write this time period in that equation till the end. I'll keep it as omega. Right? Now watch out for this. My requirement is to calculate omega. Divide both the equations. First, these both will get cancelled out. Now divide this and this. This will become cos theta is equal to G by omega square L. Omega square is G by L cos theta. Omega is root over of G by L cos theta. Now equate this to 2 pi by T naught if you want to know the time period of the oscillation. So till the last step, I will keep it as omega only to avoid confusion between the two T's. Tension and time period. Omega will be under root G by L cos theta. Am I expected to remember this result? Yes.
So T sin theta is providing the centripetal force, right here.
Perfect. T sin theta will provide the required centripetal force. Write down in the diagram. T sin theta provides the required centripetal force.
Sir, in a vertical direction, it has no acceleration, right? So T cos theta is mg.
Obviously, it's going in a horizontal plane, so vertical acceleration is 0.
Yes.
So I didn't get why you took radius as L sin theta.
For this circular track, what is the radius?
Sin theta equal to R by.
Sin theta is radius by L.
Okay.
Your sin theta का value.
इससे भी पैसे लो आप.
हाँ सर, $100.
Okay, sir.
R by L.
So done.
What is wrong with you people today?
So how is theta equal to 2 pi? I can understand.
No, this is for sure. This theta has got nothing to do with this theta. Angular velocity is angular displacement by time. If a particle completes a circle, theta will be angular displacement will be how much?
Understood.
Huh?
Understood, sir. Understood.
Sir, if we eliminate the conical part, then we can find the time period for simple pendulum also over here, right? Like basically 2 pi by root G hoga.
Simple pendulum ka derivation I will come to in SHM. Till then keep it pending. There is a small tricky part there. Simple pendulum.
sir.
Time period is
sir,
2 pi under root
yes,
L
sir.
by G if and only if theta is small.
Theta, yes, sir.
Simple pendulum के लिए there are few restrictions and few approximations. I can justify that only when I come to the chapter SHM.
Sir, please.
Answer.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is a road
Okay, sir.
in Andheri.
Yes,
There is
sir.
a vehicle which is going temporarily till I come to rotational dynamics. For me, every vehicle is a point object.
Yes, sir.
Every vehicle is a point object. Vehicle का inner tires, outer tires अभी discuss नहीं करेंगे. Right? Now, have a look at it. This is going with uniform speed. This is going with vehicle moving with uniform speed. When we want to do the comparison of the normal force, we will have to keep something constant. We cannot keep everything variable in an equation. Right?
Yes.
Now the vehicle is going this way. Free body diagram of this vehicle. This will be mg. This will be normal force.
Yes.
I am drawing the radius of this circular track. I took a small element and I am drawing the radius of the circular track. Right? Let me call this radius to be R1. Let me call this radius to be R2. Let me call this radius to be R3. I am trying to do the comparison of the normal force here, here, and here. Why do you need it? You will understand. Here the normal force I will call it N2. This is N1. Here normal force is N3. This will be Mg. So far, so good, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is the dynamic equation here? Particle is going about in a circular track. This is the center of the circular track. So net acceleration will be towards the center. Your equation will be mg minus n1 is mv squared by r. N1 is mg minus mv squared by r1. So far, so good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Here the dynamic equation is N2 minus Mg is Mv square by R2. Somebody is asking, can conical pendulum have angular acceleration? It can have, but we didn't assume that. We took uniform because time period we defined. अगर time period define कर रहे हो तो एक बार it completes the circle in one time. Second time it will complete in a different time. तो कौन सा time period define करोगे? Time period will keep varying.
Yes.
We assumed uniform angular speed, right? But conical pendulum can have angular acceleration as well. Now, come have a look at this. N2 minus mg will be mv square by r2.
Yes.
Here, N2 is equal to mg plus mv square by r. This is my second equation. This is my first equation. Come to this. Mg minus N3 is mv square by r3. N3 is equal to mg plus mv square by r3.
So this is minus.
mg minus.
Minus. So for sure, I know one thing. N2 can never be 0. N2 will be maximum. Now compare between N3 and N1.
Sir, N1 will
Radius
be
is greater. Greater the radius, a lesser quantity is being subtracted. N3 will be greater, N1 will be the least.
So can you repeat?
N2 is the sum of these two. So N2 will be maximum, greater than both the conditions.
Yes.
Yes. So
N1 and N3 are subtracting mv square by r.
Yes.
R3 is greater than R1. Greater the quantity R3, mv square by R3 is lesser. A lesser quantity is being subtracted, so N3 will be greater than N1.
Yes.
yes. So
So if you ask me the comparison, where do you think the vehicle will have maximum possibility of losing contact?
N1.
N1.
N1 is the least, it can become 0. Now you understand where they want the speed breakers to be very effective. They will keep sharp speed breakers and multiple.
Yes.
टोल गेट के सामने अगर स्पीड ब्रेकर देखा आपने तो शार्प स्पीड ब्रेकर होता है, छोटा रेडियस वाला and multiple. There you will keep bouncing inside your vehicle. If your vehicle goes at good speed, they will have to slow down.
So you've taken V, same for all.
Provided we now for me to do the comparison, I will have to keep some parameter constant, right? I'll change V as well, then I cannot do the comparison. I did the comparison for the same speed of the vehicle.
So there is no tangential acceleration, right?
You are verifying if I'm alert or not. Same speed bola maybe.
Oh, okay.
Tangential acceleration 0 hoga.
Yes, sir.
$50 5 years down the lane.
Sir, I have a doubt. Sir, I didn't understand why. What is the significance of circle here? Means how it is useful in the road.
जितना बड़ा हाईवे का हाइट होगा उतना ज्यादा.
अरे वो रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर है.
Okay, sir.
How can a horizontal force affect the normal? Horizontal force कहाँ लिया भाई साहब आपने? हमने horizontal लिया ही नहीं. Normal force mg towards the center of the track. Horizontal कहाँ पर? Horizontal लेंगे तो speed will change. Here, how you kept the speed constant is a different issue. You are using friction, no doubt. Only mg sin theta लेने से your velocity will become more. Somebody wants n2 greater than n3. Oh भाई साहब कौन है? How is n2 greater than n3? n2 is the sum of two numbers. n3 is the difference of numbers. mg plus something will always be greater than mg minus something. Hey, you will pay me $1,000 5 years down the lane.
बहुत बढ़िया.
Hey,
$1,000.
nothing doing. 1000 से
iPhone आ जाएगा उसमें.
$1 भी कम नहीं. N2 is mg is 10 plus something, N3 is 10 minus something. You are asking me why N2 will be greater than N3.
सर कौन था सर?
हाँ सर नाम बताओ ना.
ये स्पैमर हो सकता है. अगमजो.
Yes, sir, I missed the minus sign.
Nothing doing. 999 भी नहीं चलेगा. 1000. पूछ के आप लोग, you people are making me rich. Just imagine after retirement, every insurance company will get confused. ये बंदा काम करके कितना पैसा कमाया, रिटायरमेंट के बाद मल्टीपल पैसा कैसा कमा रहा है.
Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
No sir. So wait.
Sir, in the second case, sir, how is N2 greater than Mg, sir?
क्या in the second case?
Sir, how is N2 greater than Mg?
वाह
बकरा बहुत पैसा मिलेगा सर अब तो.
सर और 5000
मुझे लगा सिर्फ ओनली शाहरुख खान सन वेंट फ्रॉम मुंबई टू गोवा. बहुत सारे लोग गिर गए.
At class was at cruise.
N2 is equal to mg plus 10 is 5 plus 5. 5 plus 5 is 10 greater than 5.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Sir, elementary class class 5.
सर इस सर्वे नहीं आपको कुछ भी पूछ सकता है.
11 is 6 plus 5 is 11 greater than 6.
No, sir.
Yes,
But
sir.
sir, in the first.
No sir.
ये पिटेगा मेरे से.
Sir, रुको.
अरे मजा आ गया.
सर खत्म सब सत्यानाश.
अभी पूरी जायदाद 5 years राउंड ले.
Sir, 11 years of
रिटायरमेंट का खर्चा निकल गया.
विकास हो रहा है.
100 years.
Sir,
16 साल किया क्या है अपन ने?
N2 will be greater than mg.
Sir, in the first equation, sir, you wrote N2 minus Mg, sir. That's why I'm asking.
मतलब
अरे भाई
सर 10,000 ले लो सर. $1 million ले लो सर.
रिटायरमेंट का खर्चा निकाल लो.
इसकी.
$1 lakh.
Sir,
सर $1 million सर. $1 million इससे कम नहीं.
Sir.
अरे भाई साहब, N2 minus mg is mg square by r. जब mg राइट हैंड साइड ले जाओगे तो क्या करूं? ऐड करूं, सब्ट्रैक्ट करूं, क्या करूं?
Sir, but in the first equation, you wrote N2 minus Mg just because N2 is greater than Mg, sir, right?
Sir,
that
got a question.
अरे सर्कल किधर
acceleration is towards the center. So all forces towards the center minus, I know net acceleration is towards the center because it should provide centripetal force. So all forces towards the center minus forces away from the center will be equal to mv square by r in that direction. I am damn sure that net acceleration is towards the center. So M2 will be greater than mg.
Yes, sir. Okay. Now I got it.
$10,000 एक दिन में कमाया मैंने. Awesome. सर्कुलर मोशन जैसे छोटे चैप्टर में अब रोटेशनल डायनेमिक्स में कितना कमाऊंगा समझ लो.
$1 million.
Yes, sir.
और आने वाली 4 पीढ़ियों
सर जेफ बेजोस के इतने के तक
शेल्विन के आने वाले जनरेशन से भी आप पैसा लेना शुरू कर दो.
हाँ भाई
वो भी आपसे लेक्चर लेंगे.
तब तक पढ़ाऊंगा मैं. आने वाले पीढ़ी they will learn only from apps.
यस
सर आप अनअकैडमी ज्वाइन कर रहे हो?
नहीं.
अरे पागल है क्या?
ये कौन सा है? ये कौन सा का सुना?
अरे वही तो सर इससे
सर
और
आपको ज्वाइन नहीं करना तो हमारे जेई के बाद करना प्लीज.
वो स्पैमर होगा जो बंदा मुझे यहाँ से भेज रहा है.
सर्विन था सर.
शार्विन ही था वही था जिसने वो
11 less than 6 वाला बंदा.
11 less than 6 बोला था वही.
11 less than 6 वाला बंदा.
यही तो देखना.
मुझे $10,000 चाहिए. भूलना मत. No listen. No listen. If
आपको बिल बना के रखो.
If there is a road, drawing this three-dimensional diagram is a tricky situation. It is a horizontal road. Horizontal road. The vehicle is going in a circular track. Horizontal road पर अगर vehicle ऐसा जा रहा है, what will provide the required centripetal force?
Friction.
Friction will provide the required centripetal force. Friction will be mv square by r. So what is the maximum speed with which the vehicle can take a turn? Maximum friction is mu n.
Yes.
Is equal to mv square by r. N is mg will provide the required centripetal force. So V maximum is equal to root over of mu r.
Yes.
This is the maximum speed with which a vehicle can take a turn on a horizontal road. I'll show you people a video. First of all, take this down.
Yes.
सर इसके बाद बैंकिंग ऑफ रोड आएगा ना?
हाँ.
Allowed speed while a car takes a section approximated to be an arc of a circle with a certain radius. A centripetal force must act towards the center of the arc to enable the vehicle to move along it. This centripetal force by the static force while making a turn, if the velocity of the car is v and radius of the arc is r, the centripetal force acting on it would be equal to mv square by r. For the car to make a safe turn, the required centripetal force should be within the limit of static friction, which implies that the velocity of the car should be such that it satisfies the relation mv square by r is less than or equal to mu mg. In other words, v should be less than or equal to the limiting value root over mu rg. With the velocity away from the center. Banking of roads. We cannot always rely on friction as it depends on external factors such as rain or frost, which significantly decreases the value of static friction. To avoid skidding of vehicles at turns, the outer edge of the road is raised up, which is called banking. Suppose surface of the road at a turn makes an angle theta with the horizontal surface. This results in the horizontal component of normal force n sine theta acting towards center, providing the necessary centripetal force at the turn. Friction is not taken into consideration here. Therefore, n sine theta is equal to mv square by r. The vertical component of the normal force balances the weight of the vehicle. So, n cos theta is equal to mg. From these equations, we arrive at the equation tan theta equals to v square by rg. Thus, v is equal to root over rg tan theta. This equation gives the speed which, in the absence of friction for a given angle of inclination and radius of curvature, would ensure that the vehicle remains force must act towards the center of the arc to enable the vehicle to move along it. This centripetal force
on a horizontal road, did you people exactly be able to visualize how static
Yes, sir.
friction provides the
Yes,
centripetal
sir.
force? It's static. Don't tell me vehicle is moving so kinetic. Vehicle is moving this way. Centripetal force is this way. So vehicle is not skidding out of the road.
Yes.
So what provides the required centripetal force is static friction. What is the maximum value of that? Mu mg. That should provide the required centripetal force. So on a horizontal road, for a vehicle to take a turn with the maximum speed will be root over of mu rg. R is the radius.
So I'm confused why static friction is inwards.
Static friction provides the required centripetal force. If not, vehicle will be outwards. Vehicle will have a tendency to slip outwards. What is preventing? What is providing the centripetal force? You are taking a turn. See the way the vehicle is skidding. Its back tires will go outwards.
Yes,
Skidding
sir.
dikhaya usme. I'll show you that once again.
Sir, that was the case when friction is greater.
Are you able to see
value
this
of static
skidding?
friction. Cannot always
Yes,
rely on
observe this.
friction as it depends on external factors such as rain or frost, which cannot always rely on friction as it depends on external factors such as rain or frost, which significantly
Did you observe that the tires were skidding outwards? So when the tire is skidding outwards, static friction will be acting inwards. It is static friction which is providing the required centripetal force.
Yes.
Have you taken this down?
Yes.
Yes, yes, sir.
Sir, I have a doubt.
So 1 second, can you leave that?
So, sir, which force makes the tire move outwards? Is it tangential or some other kind of force?
फ्रिक्शन कम हो गया ना?
Friction अगर कम हो गया ना, it cannot go in a circular track.
Yes, sir.
It will be going radially outwards. See, what I am going straight with uniform speed. Which force is making me go? No force.
Yes, sir. No force.
With
Okay,
uniform
sir.
speed, no force.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, for me to take a turn, I need friction.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
If friction is not able to provide the centripetal force, I'll be going out tangential.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
sir.
It's like telling you, I am making this particle go in a circular track. If the string gets cut, particle goes outwards. Which force pulls the particle outwards? Question is wrong, actually. It is going in a circular track because there is a centripetal tension providing the centripetal force. Cut the string here. It will go out tangential.
सर
Okay,
यहाँ
sir.
पे
Understood, sir.
सर यहाँ पे टेंशन पूरा 0 हो जाता है, इसीलिए पूरा स्ट्रेट जाता है टेंजेंशियली, एंड वहाँ पे
In that car there will be a little bit of a friction, so it will not go tangential, it will turn.
एंड सर जब फ्रिक्शन लेस होता है तो थोड़ा इंक्लाइन करते हैं ना, तब इंक्लाइन का तो फ्रिक्शन का कंपोनेंट तो रहेगा ना.
And come to relax. Somebody else is also typing, why is friction not involved in banking of the roads? It's involved. Wait a minute, I'll have to rub the board for
that. Sir, so when a car is moving straight and when it's taking a turn, the extra force it applies is inwards or outwards?
Inwards.
Okay.
If not, how will it take a turn? Centripetal force is required for me. Now, this is banking of roads. Now, banking of roads pay, the key catch is the vehicle is going into the board. This is the cross-sectional view of the road. Vehicle is going into the board. Right? Now, why are you banking the roads at the first place? I don't want your vehicle to use friction. Why? Wear and tear of the tire should be decreased. The more you use friction, your tires will get worn out.
Yes.
Tires get worn out, your probability of skidding will be more. So we want lesser wear and tear for your tires. So they raise the outer side of the road. This is called banking of the road. Raising the outer side of the road is called banking of the road. This was the road initially. Now this is the road. I'll put it this way. This was the road initially. Now this is the road. So that vehicle can take a turn like this. Advantage of doing that is friction is not used. This is n cos theta. This is theta, this is theta, n sin theta. Right? On every banked road, if you see, there will be a circular traffic signal with speed limit written on it.
Yes,
What is
sir.
that speed? They'll give you one specific speed, 60 kilometers per hour. That means if you move with that speed, n sin theta will provide the required centripetal force. You don't need to use friction. N cos theta is equal to mg. Tan theta is equal to v square by r. V is root over of rg tan theta. This is the speed with which you should take a turn on the banked road so that you don't use friction between your tires and the ground to take the turn. You are reducing wear and tear between the tires. This is the speed with which you should take a turn so that friction used is zero. So that there is no wear and tear between your tires. But then, suppose I want to increase my speed on the same banked road. I want to increase my speed. Listen to this carefully. Their speed limit given is 60, but I want to ride at 100 kilometers per hour. Now, observe this carefully. Tan theta is fixed on the road.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
I am increasing my speed.
Yes.
Radius will tend to increase.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Action is fixed. Numerator is increasing, denominator should increase.
Increase.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Radius circle, इस circle का center is somewhere here. Radius tended to increase means vehicle will tend to skid outwards.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Who will come to my rescue?
Friction.
Friction.
Come to my rescue. Observe this. I'll make this a point object temporarily to draw my diagram easily. Vehicle निकाल के I'm showing a point object. This is normal force. Who all will provide the required centripetal force? Friction I drew here. So this will be theta. So this will be n sine theta plus f cos theta. Together will provide the required centripetal force.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This friction I drew it here. So n sine theta. Previously, when I didn't want to use friction, only n sine theta provided the centripetal force. Now n sine theta plus f cos theta together will provide the required centripetal force. Right? Static friction. Vehicle is not skidding. Static friction. Yaad
Yes.
rakho. The tires are
Yes,
not
yes.
skidding. The moment they are skidding, it is kinetic friction. Now, when can I say velocity is maximum? When friction is maximum. Friction you can take any value between 0 to mu n. When can I say velocity is maximum? When friction is maximum. Right? What is n equal to? N sine theta plus mu n cos theta is mv maximum whole square by r.
So
Right?
you try to maintain the same radius, right? The friction,
We'll try to maintain.
the same radius, right?
We'll try. Naturally, it will prevent the vehicle from skidding. Right? So along with n sine theta, friction will come to the rescue. What is the maximum value of friction I can have? Mu n. So this is V maximum. But tell me the value of n. Tell me the value of n.
mg cos
mg by cos
theta.
theta.
Friction will not come into it. So n is mg cos theta, n is mg cos theta. This is my first equation. All of you clear with this?
Yes,
Yes. Yes.
Right? Now, second equation, the vertical forces. I will redraw the diagram. Have a look at it. This was the normal force. This was the frictional force. These both together will provide the centripetal force. If this is theta, this is n cos theta. This is 90 minus theta, this is theta. This will be mg plus f sine theta.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now this will be wrong. Please concentrate on this.
Yes.
N is not mg cos theta. ध्यान से सुनिए. If you take n equal to mg cos theta, this centripetal acceleration will have a component in the direction.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Centripetal acceleration will have a component in that direction. N is not equal to mg cos theta. Is this point very clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Sir, can you
explain again?
Yes, sir. Can I explain?
Can you repeat?
Sir, your voice is breaking.
See, this is centripetal acceleration.
Yes.
Yes.
sir.
Its component along this direction is not zero.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So n equal to mg cos theta is a mistake. Do you realize that?
Oh, yes, sir.
So yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now, vehicle in the vertical direction doesn't accelerate. I will write n cos theta is equal to mg plus f sine theta. F is mu n. This is my second equation. I have two equations and two variables. N is my one variable, V maximum is my second variable.
Yes, sir. And
Yes, sir.
Equations and two variables. Here, n equal to mg cos theta will be a mistake. Why? Because I have an acceleration in this direction. Its component along n is not zero. So n is mg cos theta is wrong. But in this direction, there is no acceleration. Pura acceleration is toward the center of the circular track. In this direction, acceleration is 0. N cos theta is equal to mg plus f sin theta. F is mu n. Can I calculate V maximum here?
Yes, sir.
Is the logic clear?
Yes.
Yes.
sir.
Now I should be able to calculate V minimum as well. I can slow down my speed. This is the speed with which I should take a turn so that I don't use friction. If I am using friction to my convenience, I have a V maximum. I will also have a V minimum. I'll explain that. Take it down.
For minimum when friction acts.
First to take this down. You understood this?
Yes, sir.
So V minimum I'll explain. First take this. This is V maximum.
Sir, sir, can you repeat the part when you said when V is maximum, friction is also maximum?
In this equation, if V should be maximum, this should be maximum. Sum of two quantities is this. If V is maximum, this should, n sin theta will not change.
Yes, sir.
Friction का maximum value लेने से V will be maximum.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So is n equal to the component of acceleration in that direction minus mg cos theta?
Say that again.
So is n, you said n is not equal to mg cos theta, right? So is
Because
it,
I have centripetal acceleration in this direction.
yes, so the component of that.
Component in this direction is not 0. If it was 0, then n is equal to mg cos theta. So technically, n minus mg cos theta is centripetal acceleration into sin theta.
Yes, sir, yes.
Yes.
I will keep this on the board. I'll rub the right hand side part.
Yes.
Sir, wait.
Right hand.
Wait.
Sir, don't rub the dynamic equation.
Okay.
So we're supposed to remember the expression for Vmax we got from this.
This you will have to remember. This don't remember, solve it in the examination if they ask.
Okay.
Now, tan theta v square by rg, don't call it angle of repose. It is not called angle of repose here.
Sir, what I was asking is that what we get is Vmax is mu plus tan theta by 1 minus mu tan theta rg, right? Vmax whole square.
I don't remember the answer. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Solve the problem. They'll give you different values of theta. Here I didn't give you the numbers.
Okay.
Right. But this you'll have to remember. And by the way, this is the maximum speed with which you can take a turn, for which the vehicle doesn't skid. This is the maximum speed with which you can take a turn, for which the vehicle doesn't skid.
Done, sir.
Now suppose I need V minimum. What do I do? Just imagine if your vehicle comes to rest on the inclined plane, which direction will it have a tendency to slip?
Downwards. Downward.
Friction will act
Upwards.
Upwards.
Friction will act upwards. If the vehicle will have a tendency to slip downwards, friction will act upwards.
Yes.
Or in other words, have a look at it. In this only, if speed is decreasing, tan theta is fixed, speed is decreasing, R will tend to decrease.
Yes.
This is the center. So this will tend to come down. So friction will act upwards. So V minimum, how do I calculate? V minimum ke liye, you have normal force this way. We are happy about it. It has a tendency to slip downwards. Friction will act upwards. Now if this is theta, this is theta. This is n sine theta, and this will be f cos theta. N sine theta minus f cos theta is equal to mv square by r. First equation, is it clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And when will this be minimum? When the subtracted quantity is maximum?
Maximum. Yes, sir.
Yes.
F should be mu n.
Yes.
So n sine theta minus mu n cos theta is mv minimum whole square by r. First equation. What will be my second equation? N cos theta plus f sine theta should be equal to mg. N cos theta plus f sine theta should be equal to mg. F is equal to mu n. Two equations and two variables. N is one variable, V minimum is one variable. Eliminate n, will I get V minimum?
Yes.
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 Now you know how to drive your car on a banked road. By the way,
Yes, sir.
you
Sir.
people yet did not learn how to walk.
So meaning?
You did not learn how to walk. Walking अभी तक सीखा नहीं आप लोगों ने. Objective 1, question number 2, friction chapter, HCV.
Yes, sir. The ice problem.
yes.
Yes,
Ice
ice problem. Yes,
Question
sir.
number 2, you forgot to remind me as well. I need
Yes,
lot of
sir.
energy to explain that. Next class, as soon as I come, remind me.
Yes.
I
Yes, sir.
how to
Yes,
walk.
sir.
You are under the impression that you know how to walk. You actually don't know. Once upon a time, you were under the impression that you know how to multiply.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You are
Yes, sir.
independent, that you know how to add numbers. You didn't know. I taught you. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You will
Thank you,
learn
sir.
how to walk.
Yes.
Don't forget
Yes.
to
Greater
remind
than,
me
less
about
than
that.
भी आपने सिखाया.
So sweet of you.
English भी sir.
हाँ.
So that day in the doubt lecture, you had asked about it, and then I sent you something, but you said that it was incorrect.
I actually need to explain that. It will take 10-15 minutes and I need a lot of energy to explain that. So generally I don't do it in the last. Remind me as soon as I come to the next class. When is the next week?
So Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Sir, do we have to solve?
Next class we'll get homework from circular motion.
Yes.
Right. So finish off friction by all means.
Yes, sir.
Right. Tomorrow जो भी doubt lecture है उसमें try to get as many doubts as possible cleared. Balanced doubts.
बुकलेट ही पूछी ना.
जो भी है खत्म कर दो. जो खत्म नहीं हुआ I'll take it up in the class.
So will you send assignment 3?
Okay. Third assignment I'll send it before your major test.
Okay, sir. Sir, now will you send the paper of the advance?
Sir?
Yeah, I'll send in 2 minutes.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
सर इस साल का एडवांस का पेपर तो आ गया ना?
बड़ा आसान है यार. It's quite easy.
Yes.
सर मैथ्स सेकंड पेपर बहुत टफ आया था.
Some people said that, but some people felt that also to be easy. Practice पर हो जाता.